Hello, year sevens. Welcome back to Algebra Solving Equations. Before we get started solving some more equations, I have a question for you. Why are koalas not actually bears? Why are koalas not actually bears? If you really want to know, you have to wait to the end of the video to find out. Okay, we're going to start solving equations with lots of fractions in them, but bigger, more complicated fractions. So here's our first equation. 2x divided by 3 equals 11. Well, what's the opposite of dividing by 3? Obviously multiplying by 3. So we would multiply both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So on the left, I'm going to have 2x. On the right, 3 times 11 is 33. And then, of course, we want to divide by 2. So x equals 33 over 2. Again, that's a simplified improper fraction. We can leave it like that. If you really insist on simplifying it, that would be 16 and a half. Okay, your turn. I want you to go ahead and solve this equation for x. Pause the video first, and then we'll come back and check your answer. Okay, we need to get rid of this fraction. This says 3x, the whole thing 3x divided by 5. The opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. And 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 1 times 3x on the left is simply 3x. 5 times 4 is 20 on the right. Now we're going to simply, now it looks like an equation we've been solving for the last few lessons. So I can divide both sides by 3. And that means that x equals 20 over 3. That's a simplified improper fraction. We can leave it like that. Or if you really insist, that's going to be 6 and 2/3. Okay, another example this time. Okay, this time I have 4x minus 1. That whole thing is being divided by 3. So I want to get rid of that dividing by 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 again. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So on the left, I'm going to have 4x minus 1. And on the right, I'm going to have minus 6. Now we're going to add 1 to both sides. Now it looks like what we've solved before. So 4x equals minus 5. Divide by 4. And x equals minus 5/4. We just leave it like that, like an improper fraction. Okay, here's one for you to try. Pause the video and give this one a go. Okay, I'm sure you figured out. First step, we're going to multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of that fraction. Frequently when we have fractions and equations, we want to get rid of them to make life easier. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So on the left I have 1 times x plus 2, which is x plus 2. On the right we have 12. And then of course we're going to take away 2 from both sides. And that leaves us with x equals 10. Can we check it? Is 10 plus 2 divided by 4 equal to 3? Why, yes it is. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, solve these in your book. Remember, step by step going down the page, and we will come back in a couple minutes to check to see how we did. Okay, this first one we need to multiply both sides by 9. So 5x equals 108. Then we're going to divide by 5. X equals 108 over 5. That's a simplified improper fraction. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to bother to change it into a mixed number. The next one, we need to multiply both sides by 3. Multiply both sides by 3. So 10x equals minus 12. I'm going to divide by 10. X equals minus 12 over 10. I need to simplify that, which is minus 6/5. You can leave it as an improper fraction, but it has to be a simplified improper fraction. Next one, I'm dividing by 4. I need to multiply by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I end up with 3x minus 1 equals 20. Add 1 to both sides. 3x equals 21. Divide by 3. X equals 7. Quick check. 3 times 7 in the numerator is 21 minus 1 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. I've got it. Now, the next one, I've got fractions on both sides. But notice, if I multiply both sides by 8, I take care of both fractions with one multiplication. Because 8 divided by 8 is 1. So I have 3x on the left, and 8 times a half on the right is 4. Divide by 3, x equals 4/3. Next one, my fraction, it's a negative, so what I'm going to do is get rid of the fraction and the negative at the same time. Remember, we're solving for 1x, not negative 1x. So I need to get rid of that dividing by 7, the multiplying by 2, and the negative. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 7. Negative 7 divided by negative 7 is 2x. 8 times negative 7, negative 56. Now I can divide both sides by 2. Not multiply. I'm going to divide both sides by 2, so I'm left with x. And negative 56 divided by 2 is negative 28. The last one, I need to multiply both sides by 7. Multiply both sides by 7, so 5x plus 6 equals minus 14. Take away 6. 5x equals minus 20. Divide by 5. X equals minus 4. Quick check. 5 in the numerator. 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. Plus 6. Oops, I think we messed up here somewhere, didn't we? Nope, we're good, right? Because 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. Plus 6 is minus 14. Divided by 7 is minus 2. I was a bit worried there, but we do have the right answer, is why it's always good to check. Okay, let's look at another example. Now I have a fraction, but I also have a variable x on both sides. The steps are the same. All right, now yes, we want to get our x's together on the same side, but I need to get rid of this fraction first. So if I multiply both sides by 6, 6 divided by 6 is 1. So I'm going to end up with 2x minus 1 on the left equals 6x on the right. So I've got rid of the fraction. Now we need to get our x's together. Which one are we going to move? We're going to move the smaller one. Take away 2x from both of them. So minus 1 equals 4x. And then what are we going to do? We're going to divide by 4. And we're done. X equals minus 1/4. Okay, pause the video and you give this one a go. Okay, hopefully we got rid of the fraction first. We need to get our x's together, but we need to get rid of the fraction first. So I do that, and I get 3x plus 12 on the left equals 6x on the right. Need to get my x's together. Which one am I going to move? Yes, the smaller one. We got it now. Minus 3x. So 12 equals 3x. Divide by 3. And x equals 4. Quick check. On the left-hand side, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 12 is 24, divided by 3 is 8. And on the right side, 2 times 4 is 8. It works. We've got the right answer. Okay, now this one looks a little bit different. These we need to be careful of. So I have x's on both sides. I need to get them together, but I have a fraction. Which one to move first? Well, that depends. Personally, most of the time I think it's still going to be easier to get rid of the fraction first, but we need to be careful. So I need to multiply by 5 on both sides, but be careful. I have to multiply everything on the right side by 5. I have to multiply that x and that 3 by 5. On the left side, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So on the left side, I have 2x. On the right side, I have 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times plus 3 is plus 15. Be very careful when you multiply both sides by something. Multiply everything on each side. Now, this looks like what we did before. So I'm going to move the smaller one. 0 equals 3x plus 15. So my x's are together now. I need my numbers on the other side. Take away 15. So minus 15 equals 3x. I need to divide by 3. And my final answer, x equals minus 5. Okay, pause the video and you give this one a go. Let's see how we did. We're dividing by 5 this fraction. I need to multiply both sides by 5. Be careful. Everything on both sides gets multiplied by 5. So on the left I have 2x. On the right, 5 times 3 is 15. And 5 times minus 2 is minus, I don't want that in red, we'll keep that in yellow, is minus 10x. Everything gets multiplied by 5. Now, next is together. So, which is smaller, 2x or minus 10x? Remember, that's not a 10x, that's a minus 10x. Well, minus 10x is smaller, so I'm going to add 10x to both sides. So, 12x equals 15. I'm going to divide by 12. Again, I can have an improper fraction, but I need to simplify it. So 15 over 12, I can leave it improper. They both get divided by 3, which leaves me 5 over 4. Okay, pause the video. This is our last batch of questions for this video. Answer them, and then we'll come back in a second and see how we did. Okay, let's go through these. Multiply both sides by 3. Everything on this side by 3. So 4x equals 3x plus 21. Take away 3x, x equals 21. Next one, I'm going to multiply by 3. Everything on the right by 3. I'm going to have 2x. And now if I multiply out the bracket, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. If I subtract the 2x, I get 0 equals x minus 12. Add the 12. I'll have to put the x on the left. X equals 12. The next one I'm going to multiply by 4. So I'm going to end up with 3x minus 20 equals 8x. The 3x is smaller. I'm going to move it. So on the left, I'm going to have minus 20 equals 5x because I took away 3x from both sides. So x equals minus 4. I'm going to multiply by 7. 3x plus 7, those 7's cancel, equals 7x. Move the 3x, so 7 equals 4x, divide by 4, x equals 7/4, improper fraction. Okay, this next one, we saw it similar. I'm going to get rid of the fraction, but negative sign at the same time. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 7. The whole thing by negative 7. So I'm going to have 2x. Negative 7 times 5 is negative 35. And negative 7 times negative x is plus 7x. Move the smaller one. So I'm going to have 0 equals minus 35. I'm taking away 2x from both sides. Plus 5x. I need to add 35. 35 equals 5x. X equals 7. And our last one, we're going to multiply both sides by 5. So I'm going to have 4x plus 28 equals minus 10x. Okay. Now this time I'm going to make an exception. Instead of moving the smaller one, and you'll get this through experience, because if I move the smaller one, which is the minus 10x, and I have 0, then I have to move the number to the other side. So I'm just going to move the 4x to the other side. So 28, if I take away 4x, is going to equal minus 14x. Divide by minus 14. Don't know why we switched to blue. Equals 2. You'll learn from experience when to make exceptions. Okay, so that takes care of solving equations. I asked at the beginning of the lesson, why are koalas not considered bears? The reason is they don't meet the qualifications. Enjoy your afternoon.